Hello friends, welcome back. In the last video, we have discussed that how to find the liquid limit and the plastic limit. In the present video, let us see how we'll find the shrinkage limit. So, how can we define this shrinkage limit? The water content at which the volume of the soil sample will remains constant. Once your water content crosses the shrinkage limit, then volumetric changes will occur on the soil sample. As if I see the diagram, if I draw the diagram again, so what about this water content? Ws. That means if we keep on increasing the water content up to some limit, there will not be any change in the volume. So the water content up to which there will not be any change in the volume of the soil sample, then we will call that as a shrinkage limit. At this point, as your water content is equal to 0, the soil will be under dry condition. That's why I can say it is a V subscript D. That means volume of the soil in dry condition. Even though you are increasing the water percentage, water will accommodate in the volume of voids. So if your water content is in between 0 to Ws, what will be the volume of the soil sample? That is nothing but a volume of the soil sample in dry condition. Right? Now, let us say that you are having some, at present you are having some soil mass. Let's say it is consisting of the solids and also it is consisting of the water, completely filled with the water. Let us assume it. And let us say that the volume of the soil sample, let us say this is nothing but a V1. Now, our task is to find out the what is the shrinkage limit of the soil sample. So what is the shrinkage limit? In general, how can you find the water content? Water content is nothing but a weight of water divided by weight of solids, isn't it? Now, at this present condition, we don't know whether the present water content in the soil, it can be of anywhere. It can be like, as it is completely saturated, we can say that it can be greater than shrinkage limit also. But we want to find out what is the shrinkage limit up to which there will not be any volumetric changes. So for that, what we should know? Definitely we should know the, if we can find out what is the volume of the soil in dry condition, then corresponding to that we can find out the shrinkage limit. Suppose if I keep this soil in a oven for 24 hours and then all my water content will evaporate, and what I will get is I will get a soil sample under dry condition. That means it consists of the solids and it consists of the air. As it is under dry condition, let us assume that V, total volume of the soil sample, is Vd. Okay. Now, and also let us know that we have already found the, or we already know the what is the volume of the solids. And you can remember one thing, that after keeping it oven, if your Vd is coming to the V1, that means is there any volumetric changes? No. But still the soil is completely filled with the water. That means this in itself, it is nothing but a shrinkage limit. That means the given percent is nothing but your shrinkage limit. Once your volume after drying, your volume over dry sample, if it is coming less than V1, that means volumetric changes occurred or not? Yes, occurred. That means this is not some shrinkage limit. This water content is beyond the shrinkage limit. Now we are interested in finding this shrinkage limit. How can we find out? If we know the dry sample and if we know the volume of the solids, then how can I find out the water content? Water content is nothing but a weight of the water. Whatever the weight of the water, at shrinkage limit, all the voids are filled with the water. That means whatever the volume of the voids, volume of the dry sum, total dry mass minus volume of the solids. Then what will be the remaining thing? That is nothing but a volume of voids. Now we have to find out the weight. How can we find out the weight? Multiply by the unit weight of the water divided by, find out the weight of the soil in dry condition. So if you find out the weight of the soil in dry condition, A doesn't have any mass. That means if it is WD, that is nothing but a weight of the solids into 100. So this is nothing but a shrinkage limit. If you know the volume of the soil in dry condition, and if you know the volume of the solids and weight of the solids, then by using this relation we can find it out. Otherwise, if you recall the relationship between the void ratio, water content and specific gravity, what we can say? If you recall, E equal to W into Z divided by SR. We can apply this relation is also. So how can you apply? At shrinkage limit, all the voids are completely filled with the water. That means SR will be equal to 1. If SR equal to 1, then your W, we can say it as a WS. That implies E, that will be equal to WS into Z. So what will be your shrinkage limit? Directly we can say it as a E divided by G. So by using this relation also we can find out the shrinkage limit when, if you know the void ratio and also if you know the specific gravity of the solids. Okay, next. We can also find out by using this relation, using the specific gravity Ws, that will be equal to 1 divided by Gm minus 1 divided by G into 100. What about G and what about Gm here? G is nothing but we can say it is a true specific gravity. That means corresponding to the solids. What about Gm? Here Gm we can call it as a mass specific gravity or operant specific gravity. Under which condition? Under dry condition. So how can you find out the Gm? It is nothing but we can say it as a gamma D divided by gamma W. So gamma W is a standard value. How can I find out the gamma D? Gamma D is nothing but a weight of the soil under dry condition divided by volume of the soil in dry condition. Right? So even if you know the specific gravity, operant specific gravity under dry condition and also true specific gravity, then by using this relation also we can find out the shrinkage limit. And also we can also find out your shrinkage limit based on the some relation, that is nothing but a for this let me draw you an example. Let us assume that imagine that initially if I am considering a soil sample solids and it is completely filled with the water, and as we have already discussed, let us assume that the volume of the soil here it is a V1 and place this soil mass in a oven, then all the water content will evaporate, then you will remaining with solids and the air. And now the total volume of the soil mass, let us consider it as a Vd. As we have already discussed, because of the water content present here, let us assume that the water content present in the soil mass is W1%. So here two conditions will occur. First is which one? If you were after keeping in oven, if your volume does not change, that means whatever your V1, if it is equal to Vt, is any volumetric changes occurred? No. But all the air voids are completely filled with the water. That implies you can say your shrinkage limit is also equal to W1. But in the second case, if your volume of the soil mass is decreased, if Vd is coming less than V1, then we cannot say that your shrinkage limit is not equal to W1. It can be less than W1. Okay. Now what I will do is that imagine here if I am giving the water content percent is 20 and here it is a 10% shrinkage limit. Let us assume it. Right? What is the change? Change is nothing but a 10%. So whatever the water content present in the condition, if I can find out the what is the change or what is my excess water content percentage, then if I subtract this, then automatically I can get the shrinkage limit. That means my shrinkage limit that I can be represented as a water content in the present condition minus excess value. Excess means other than the volume of the voids, right? Now, how can we find out? Imagine this is volume V1, this is volume VD. So what is the excess water or what is the excess volume of the water present in the soil condition? So this is what the excess water present in the natural condition. So what will be those excess? I can call it as a V1 minus VD. Then if I know the volume, what will be the weight of the excess portion? I can multiply with the gamma W. So how can I find out the percentage? I can divide it by the weight of the dry sample. So this is what the excess water content present in the soil mass. So I can say my shrinkage limit is equal to water content present in the given soil mass minus the excess percentage. What is excess percentage? V1 minus VD. It is nothing but excess volume. If you multiply by the gamma W, excess water content, weight of the water content divided by, if you are dividing with the weight of the dry sample, then this is nothing but an excess value. So if you multiply this by the 100, then this is also nothing but a shrinkage limit. That means depending upon the given question, we have to use the corresponding relations to find out this shrinkage limit. It is not always that we have to blindly follow one single formula. No, the formulation will always change from given data. So how can I find out the W1? If you can find out, if it is not given in the question, then after the total weight W1 minus if I take WD, that means indirectly we are taking all the water content, weight of the water content divided by dry sample. This is what nothing but a water content in the natural condition. Okay. Thank you.